Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and all our social media platforms at Fino Boxing. You can follow my personal social media at Adriana_sports. Enjoy.
Brian Castano, they treated us to a memorable matchup here in San Antonio. I turn over the floor to still holding 3 of his titles, JERMELL CHARLO. JERMELL CHARLO went out, he fought his heart out as he always does, representing his hometown of Houston, Texas. If the media has any questions for JERMELL, but JERMELL, I want to open up the floor to you. How are you feeling after the draw that you had against Brian Castano with all 4 belts on the line?
Well, I mean, not a lot of people get an opportunity to fight for an undisputed championship in boxing. So this is an opportunity for me. I'm very thankful for it. I didn't pull off the win or the knockout like y'all usually see me, so I guess that's kind of like how when you look at a lot of judges, they probably judge the fight off of like how the fact that JERMELL CHARLO always coming forward, he really never boxes, he always knocking everybody out, you hitting hard, all of these other things, and then some rounds you don't win, some rounds you make it edge it really close. They tend to like either score for the opponent, because of the fact that I didn't win it, as fair, fair the way I usually do it. So, but I feel good. I'm happy. I gotta go back over my performance and look at it. I don't really know. I just know I was just in a fight, a dog fight. I had hurting him all over the ring. He did stop coming. I was listening to my twin brother, listening to Derry James, Juan Guzman, my whole team, Kevin, Titus. I'm just so, my lady yelling. I hear so much. I was so attentive to everything. I'm just, I'm thankful, bro. Like, this is crazy. I get an opportunity to make some millions of dollars and then come back and I do it again. I don't care.
We're thankful for the performance that you gave tonight. You're alongside Derek James. If you have questions.
I had it like 117, 111. I do feel that I won a little bit more rounds than he did. 117, 111 was kind of a large range. But I do feel that there's no way possible that you could just like, 114, 114. You know what I'm saying? So, not to take anything away from what Brian Castano did, but I feel like I pushed a lot harder tonight than he did. He wasn't running in there trying to be the Brian Castano he was. I took him out of his game plan. If they really knew who Brian Castano was and how he actually fights and threw 1,100 punches, from how I did it, I don't think that, I think I did a better performance than a lot of people that fought him. I didn't see, Erlan wobbling him all over the ring. I didn't see Tejera do anything like that. I felt like I did way better than, and Derek told me in the 9th round, like I was, hey, you gotta knock him out. Fuck what you talking about? What you talking about? Knock him out? I'm beating his ass. But then I'm like, I gotta think about it. I'm in the state of Texas. The judging, they had fair judges. I guess they was from all over the place. Referee was Panama. I wish I would have gotten somebody. I don't know, bro. It's cool. The guy with the eyes that look all crazy and shit. He be really into that shit. But then, yeah, he's known for that. He's okay with it. Shout out to him. He okay with it. He knows that he be whoa. He let the judges know like that was a good shot. Like I blocked a lot of shots that people probably thought I got hit with. A lot of shots slid off. It was a stunning fight.
You've said it many times in the past that you needed to fight someone better to show everyone what you really have. And I think it's clear now that Brian Castano is by far the best guy you've ever fought. Mm-hmm. He was in control for a lot of the early part of the fight. Obviously, you dug down deep and landed those big shots in round 10 to turn the tide. But how much better do you think you can become now that you fought someone like this?
Well, I don't think he was the best fighter he ever fought.
Derek, go ahead.
Even though you didn't ask me a question, I don't think he was the best fighter he ever fought. He only had...
Who's better than him?
He only had his way when he...
Who was better than me?
Wait. He only had his way when JERMELL stayed in one spot on the ropes and was doing this. Other than that, he's not the best fighter he ever fought. I think Tony Harrison was probably better than him.
Tony Harrison did better than Brian Castano?
Hell yeah. Yeah, listen.
You dumb, bro.
The shots he was throwing...
Bro, you need to go back and look at the fighters that we fighting, bro. We're not fighting low caliber fighters, bro. Get the fuck out of here. He threw a lot of punches, bro. You capitalize on the game plan. Simple as that. If you watch boxing, he'll beat Tony Harrison to beat him. What the fuck you talking about? Castanio fought tonight. Bro, no more questions for him, bro.
He fought in spurts tonight. He didn't fight the whole fight.
Next
I feel
Next
like he tried
question.
to win the end of the round every round though.
He tried to steal the end of the round every way.
You got Keith? Keith?
Jermell, you obviously hurt him pretty bad.
Looking at it like, you know, shit, I fought a hard fighter. So for anybody that don't really know the skills of JERMELL CHARLO, maybe y'all can go back over and add JERMELL CHARLO to your pound for pound list. Or fuck you, really.
You're on our pound for pound list, but
I mean, your boxing scene, correct?
yes.
Okay.
You're 7 on the list, but anyway.
I'm 7 on your list. Thank you for that.
Well earned, obviously. People are going to want to see this rematch. Obviously, I'm sure you're well aware of that. I know the fight just ended, but your thoughts on fighting him again, because it was an entertaining fight as well.
Was it? Thank you. Of course. That's what we're made for. You know, we're made to be warriors, dog. This is get better. This is a get better moment. I could recite everything that happened in that fight, and I think that of course we'll take a rematch. Don't know when, but I would love to get in there and fight him again.
Questions for JERMELL CHARLO? Raise your hand.
What's up? What's up?
Punch Drunk, what's good? What's good?
Punch Drunk, I like you. I know all about you. I pay attention to you, man. Shout out to the people.
Thanks, my brother. Thanks for the performance today. Your success and your vulnerability came on the ropes. You know, I had you winning 116, 112 because you mixed the punches. You had your 1 and 2s. You controlled the 3-minute intervals of each round. But what do you feel? What do you feel you could do next in the next fight if you do rematch him?
You know, that's why I got a coach that loves to sit at home in his big game room and just watch fights and replay them back to back to back. He'll be calling me all day, so I'm happy about that. But just off of my mental, I think I could have easily just, you know, been a little bit more active. You know, I stayed kind of imposed, just waiting on him to see what his move was gonna be. Took him out of his game plan. Like I said, if he would have tried to come in there, you see he got hurt at the beginning off the fact that he tried to throw like a combination. I think like maybe 4 or 5 punches at one time, and that's when he got caught. But if he would have tried that again, I would have did the same exact thing. So I don't think he would have ended. You know, that fight would have ended earlier. But he must have regrouped, and his team probably like, hey, you forgot you're fighting one of the strongest fighters in the division. So. You know, hey, like I said, I'm used to knocking guys out, you know, and tonight I did not get a knockout. Tonight I did not even get the win. I got a draw. That shit is weird, right? I ain't never got a draw. I hear see people getting draws and shit, but that's what come with this boxing game. You know what I'm saying? I'm back at it. It's not gonna change nothing. Yeah.
Got a question?
JERMELL, first of all, congratulations. Wonderful performance and a very entertaining fight. You gave your reaction to when Derrick James told you to get the knockout. I guess my question is for Derrick. What was the reasoning or just the thought process in that moment? Obviously, being ringside, we didn't hear it on the telecast, but you know we did find out that was said. What was just the reason behind that?
Well, the reason why I said it was because you had to find some reason to inspire the fighter. Even though, if you looked up at the scorecards, at the judges, the unofficial judging, they had him down. And so I said, listen, we need to pick it up, to go out there and get it. And that's really what he did. So that's really what made me do it, was because I saw it up there, and Joe was telling me about it, the cut man was telling me about it, they had him down. So that's why I was like, we need to pick it up. I mean, and he won the 10th and the 11th. He hurt him several times.
Shot down 12.
But 12,
I was a little bit unactive, like.
Yeah, you let him off the hook.
I should have busted that.
You should have put the. I told you to step on the gas, we need a knockout. So you should put, put it on, put the feet on the pedal to the metal, man.
For sure.
We got 2 more questions for JERMELL CHARLO. 2 more questions.
Derrick, you just touched on it right there. JERMELL, when you had him out in the 10th and 11th, it looked like you were trying to do the same setup that got him hurt in the first place. But do you feel like you should have emptied the clip there when you had him hurt, or were you just trying to get the same setup again?
Like this guy.
Yeah. I did. I know in boxing, from so many years of being taught the game that you don't rush knockouts. Like if you go in there and you just you know, I kind of learned that in the Tony Harrison second fight. You know, I wasn't gonna get tired. You know, like I wasn't, and I still feel good. I could have did more, but you know, when you up there, dog, it's not the same as just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. You know, and then reactions and things are moving way different, slower and faster. So it's kind of like I should have unloaded the clip. Fuck, I should have just let that shit go. Like, but it's not good. Fuck, I should have. I had a long clip.
One more question for JERMELL CHARLO, and then we'll let him go ahead and get some rest, be with his lovely family. He gave us a fantastic performance tonight. Always a pleasure to see you do your thing. One more question.
Stu Graham, KOR Sports. Congratulations, man, on a great fight. Was there something wrong with your right hand? It seemed like kind of maybe, I don't know if like a bone was protruding from your right hand a little, or your right shoulder a little bit, and I kind of noticed you weren't throwing it too much.
Yeah, I had a prior injury, but you know, I don't care about those excuses. You know, I try to fight through these things, but I was good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people I probably won't talk about it. You know, that's probably something that you won't hear. Thank you for asking the questions and you brought it to my attention. But yeah, when you're a warrior, bro, you got to feed your family. You don't got no excuses for anything. So you got to get in there and you got to fight and face what you face. And so yeah, I've been dealing with certain things throughout this whole time of me boxing. Well, not whole time, but you know, a few years. You know, we deal with this. So it's nothing gonna change.
Just quickly, talk about, I mean, you got a draw, but you seem very happy, you seem very content with yourself. I mean, you're a warrior, you were just in there with another warrior. Talk about just that feeling of sharing that ring with him and you know, still going home with 3 belts, 4 belts.
I'm at peace with myself, you know what I'm saying? I love boxing, and this is a dope-ass sport, and it's not a lot of people that could just jump in the ring. I don't know how many of y'all even lace gloves up, but if you get in there and you do a whole training camp, I trained for like 14 weeks. I went hard, you know what I'm saying? And so for me to pull off a performance like that, I thought I had his ass knocked out. I did knock his ass out, but I should have won the fight. I do believe I won the fight. I don't believe that it was that close, and I don't believe it was so far spread margin, but I do believe I did pull that win off a victory. And I should be undisputed right now. I'm not down at all. I could go turn the fuck up right now. My team and my Houston people, we excited. My family here, like they said, and the sky's the limit for me. I'm not gonna turn down at all. I'm happy. I'm excited. My coach next to me, and you know, everything is good. You know, my mom, UBK in this bitch, like we turned up. You know, punch in here.
JERMELL, thank you so much. Congratulations on a fantastic performance. We can't wait to see the rematch whenever it happens.
And I wanna say one good thing that y'all probably don't realize. You know, one of my second coach, he came all the way down. I know my dog Earl Spence getting ready for a major fight against Manny Pacquiao, and that's a big fight coming up. And I can't wait till he, you know, get in the ring and do his thing. But shout out to Guzman, you know, Juan Guzman. You know, he did a terrific job holding it down for me while I was in Houston, Texas. Shout out to him in the front row, bro. Ex-champion, baby.
Yeah.
You know, and shout out to Derrick James and them collaboration and to making this really make this matter happen and make tonight a fantastic, terrific night for me.
Amen. JERMELL CHARLO, everybody, give a round of applause. Houston's finest, along with Derrick James. Congratulations, JERMELL.